I think the one area that people will be talking about and potentially underestimating in 2018 has to do with employment. Where are we going to find qualified team members to join us? As our industry grows, it's going to put continual pressure and expectations on being fully staffed, yet our employment pool seems to be very shallow. It's something that we're really going to have to be focused on in potentially grooming our own talent and finding creative ways to recruit people to our industry.
I think one of the biggest concerns that borrowers need to look out for in 2018, if they're doing ground-up construction or PIP-related items, is really zeroing in on the cost of those. Of the construction financing that I've seen over the past 2 years, construction costs have never penciled out to where they were originally projected, and that can get you much closer to the acquisition price of actually buying an asset versus building ground-up construction. So I would say, looking forward, things that borrowers should concentrate on is really weighing out the option of going through the process of ground-up construction versus acquisition, just based on those two costs coming closer together. So thank you.
I think 2018, the hidden opportunity is that people grossly underestimate how Trump's Make America Great program is going to induce the economy. And once we have 3% GDP growth, people are going to be surprised at the strong ripple effect for the hotel investment community.
So I think what's being underestimated is the impact on growth that the tax cuts will have. I think when we see that growth kick into the economy, it's going to play well for the demand on the hotel side, and ultimately hotel investment would be much stronger than people thought, RevPAR growth as well as profit growth.
Big issues. A lot of big black swan issues circling around, but they're so big and so potentially painful to our industry, I think we have to ignore them. I think the issue for investors is, what are we going to do in an environment where we have slowing RevPAR growth, high inflation of costs, and very few value-add deals left in the market, and excess liquidity in both the debt and equity market. So the big question is, how do you put money to play in the next 18 months in a relatively flat value market?
So the two things that I can think of that the industry is really not focused on: one, the number of Chinese travelers is not increasing by 5, 10, or 20%. It's more like 60% per year. It's an incredible growth, and it will impact all of us here in the U.S. because it's the entire middle class in China. That's number one. Number two, I don't think anybody really is focusing on Airbnb the way at least I am looking at it, and that is that right now they're getting beat up by cities and states. They're getting beat up by only getting 3% fees from one-off operators. Really a painful business despite their very strong market cap. I suspect they'll end up being an OTA, and that will bring down OTA rates because they are 3%. I think we're going to end up at 10%. That's where they should be in the first place. Travel agencies should be paid 10% and not a dime more. Thank you.